Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I've not been live in a while. So, today I'm going to be updating you on a current situation that is going to be occurring very soon, hopefully. But yeah, and also going to try to work a little bit on a test I'm doing for Robin. Again, it's like my fourth or fifth test for her. So I'm going to be doing that. I just finished the giant blanket for her that I've been working on all these months. I'm going to show you here. But here's what it looks like. It's huge. By the way, if you want to buy that, just message me on Instagram because I'm not going to put that in my shop because it's going to be complicated. It's got some mistakes. Obviously, it was a test. And like when I was doing the last few rounds, I was very late for it. Like I was gonna be late if I frogged that and started over these 3 rounds. So it's got like enough stitch somewhere, so I can't put that in my shop. But if you still want it, if you don't mind the few little mistakes at the end there, and the mistake in the pattern itself that was an error in the chart, if you don't mind that, and if like there are breaks there in the spider web. But if you don't mind that and you still want this beautiful blanket, it's like 48 by 48, I think. Maybe a little bit smaller, slightly smaller. Hold on. Let me get that measured for you. But if you want to help out, that'd be great because, like, I'm still off from what I owe for rent. It's actually stretching, so it's not wanting me to measure it. Anyway, it's big enough to be a cozy little blanket. But yeah, I'm still missing 400 for rent. But my landlords have put in a request to evict me. I've just not heard anything yet or anything like that. So I've not heard about that. But hold on, let me just go brush my hair. Okay, I might have to do this a few times throughout the live because my hair is really not collaborating, being uh, going with me today. But yeah, no, it's too cold. It's kind of hard to figure out the sweet spot for doing, though. I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, They put in a request to evict me. I paid like um half of what I owe for rent. Well, a little bit over half, but uh I paid a certain amount. I paid basically almost everything I had in my bank account. But I'm still missing like 400. Um but they have put in the request. It's just not been approved yet and I've not heard back. But I'm not hopeful that I won't be evicted because anyway, like I don't respect the conditions because I can't pay. So in any way I don't have proof of that I have a basically when you don't pay rent and you have a hearing you have to prove a great financial loss, but I've been jobless for years so I can't prove that. I don't have any paper of me losing a job or anything because I was in college and I spent all my money trying to live. Like, I used to have inheritance money. I spent all of that, so I don't have proof of financial loss. So I'm gonna be evicted. Like, there's no way around it. Um, but life update for everyone. I have met up with my grandpa. Like my aunt brought me over and she did this whole thing where she didn't disclose everything right away just so I be kind of trapped and felt trapped to say yes. But now I don't have a choice to live with him because I'm gonna be evicted anyway. So I said yes, and I'm gonna be moving there. I'm moving everything into one bedroom, so please don't send me any more packages. It's not that I don't appreciate, but I already have to get rid of everything I got already. So, because I get one trip and it's a small car, like I get about this amount of space. I can't take any furniture. I can't even take my carts. Like I'm gonna have to try to figure out something to bring things in advance if I can. Like I'm gonna try to ask around and see if anyone has a truck and could bring a few things for me beforehand. But basically, please don't send me packages. I won't have the space for it. I already have to get rid of a lot of the yarn I got, unfortunately, which it makes me sad. But one trip, that's all I get, and like I'm gonna have to take in the essentials like my clothes and everything. So I'm very sorry, but yeah, I just get the one trip. So please don't. I appreciate you. I appreciate the packages, mind you, but please don't send anything unless it's like living supplies, like things that you need, like toilet paper and things like that. But please don't send anything else. It's not that I don't want to. It's just yeah. I saw the size of the car that's gonna be bringing me to my grandpa like in a month or a few months or something, and like that thing is small. I won't even be able to take anything of my witchy stuff, I think. I don't even know. I'm hoping I can, but like I need my stones and stuff. I won't even have space for an altar. And like that's a big thing when you work with a deity. Like you have to have an altar and everything cuz like your deity is not going to be happy if you don't have anything set up for them or anything. And I had a big altar for Baba Yaga here. It's in my bedroom. I can't show that to you, but I have a big altar for Baba Yaga in my bedroom, and so I won't really have the luxury of having that because my grandpa has furniture in the room, but like they're saying they want to clear that, so like there won't be anything. So I don't have any furniture because I can't move it there because like I said I get one trip in a small car, like that's about the space I have for my stuff is about a cube like this because it's like in the back. And so that's pretty much it. Like it will be pretty cramped. So already I'm seeing this being a problem because I said I had wire shelves, but they think it's like a small thing like that, like a little cube. But I have all of this on my wall. And so I'm already trying to figure out how what the heck I will do. But like if you want to buy any of my yarn, please let me know and I can send you some stuff. I'm not going to charge you a lot of money even because I really need to get rid of all of this, but please tell me if you want anything. Just let me know what type of yarn you're into and I'll figure out something for you. Really, I will. Also, there's a cat there, so I can't put anything in other rooms. Well, he's an old cat anyway, but like I can't, yeah, I can't bring anything that will be in other rooms, and my grandpa's all set up in the other rooms anyway. I just get the one room with no furniture and everything. Like I'm gonna try to ask if I can keep some of the furniture. Hi, welcome in. I was just talking about my space issue. I'm having to get rid of a lot of stuff because I only get one trip to move all my stuff in, and I can't take any of my furniture. Basically, what my aunt and her husband said is, we give you one trip to move all your stuff, nothing else. So don't take any furniture. You can take your clothes and your essentials, and that's basically it. So yeah, that's what I was just saying. I'm just gonna go get some rice because I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm gonna be right back. I need to keep my Skinny Puppy DVDs and CDs, that's for sure. Okay, I forgot my spoon and my fork. I'm gonna be right back. Hello again. I have for about 2 minutes until my rice is cooked. Well, heated up, but yeah. I don't know yet, Antoinette. I don't have a set date. My aunt and and her husband told me, just tell us when you're able to get rid of your furniture, and we'll move you back there. So well, it also depends on when I get evicted. I've not heard back from that yet, but since I'm late on rent and I'm still missing a lot of money, I'm guessing I'm gonna be evicted soon. Cause I had until midnight to pay rent, and I just paid like 600 out of it. I'm missing like 400 right now. So yeah, probably gonna get evicted soon, but the decision has not been rendered yet, so I still do have some time. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best to like get everything sorted out before that happens, but yeah, I don't know when that will be. No, nobody gave me a date. They just told me once all your stuff is sorted out, tell us and we'll figure out a date. That's what they told me. Yeah, so I'm just gonna wait for the rice to be finished, and after that, I'm gonna update you on the situation with my grandpa. But it's really not looking good. Like, he's very sick right now, and it's gonna be a full time, caretaking kind of job. I'm gonna have to make sure he takes his pills and everything. So yeah, that's not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be able to do as much crochet anymore. I'm probably not. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Um, um, so yeah, I'm probably not gonna be. I'm still gonna be able to crochet, but I'm not gonna be able to hold the business down. I'm also not gonna be able to go live anymore because like he hasn't old the internet. Like his router is maybe like 10 years old, even like 15 years old or something, and he's never upgraded his internet. So he still has the very slowpoke thing that he pays like $45 for, which is way too much. But once I'm there, I'm gonna try and ask if he can get an upgrade, and like I pay the difference. But we're gonna see about that. I'm not sure that will happen. I'll ask my family because like he understands squat about technology, right? He's like in his 80s or like 90s. I'm not sure what age exactly, but he understands squat about technology. So we're gonna see that as a family probably. And I'm gonna say like, yeah, can I pay like an extra $30 to have decent internet? But until then, I'm not gonna be able to go live, unfortunately. Like, his internet is so bad that I can't even post on Facebook. Like, 1 minute I see the page and the next, like, it's buffering. So I'm gonna try and see what I can do about that. When I visited, it wasn't even working. We had to call internet service, and for months he's been without internet, and he hasn't done anything about that because it wasn't working, and he didn't know what to do. So he didn't call customer service. He just used his data on his phone for months. So yeah, my grandpa is very sick. He's having delirium right now. He had a nasty fall a few months ago, and then he fell again recently, and now he's been in and out of the hospital. But he's having memory loss. Like he's having cognitive decline essentially. And he has a pacemaker and a bunch of stuff. So yeah, he's not in his prime. Like, that's what I'm gonna say. He's not in his prime. He's still able to do stuff himself. He's still able to walk, and he's still able to drive. Well, he'll be cleared. He was cleared to drive today, actually, so he can drive again now. But he was in the hospital for a surgery recently because they put a pacemaker in, a permanent thing. So yeah, that's the extent of the whole thing. He forgets his pills. He forgets what he said 5 seconds ago, basically. So that's gonna be something. I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm scared. Not gonna lie. But I don't know exactly when I'll be moving. Although, like, I won't have an address anymore. I'm gonna have to get a PO box, but I don't have a credit card, so I can't get a PO box. Because basically what happens is, obviously he has a pension, but you lose your pension if you have someone living with you. So he has a benefit like for living by himself. So because of that, anyway, I don't want to share too much detail about that. I'm gonna have to figure it out with like my stuff, because for a business I need an address, but I can still keep this address for a while. But like, if a package gets sent back or something, it will be sent back here and not at my grandpa. I'll do like a like um mail redirection thing, but that's expensive. Last time I did it, it was like $60 for a few weeks, so, or a few months, I don't remember. But like any mail to your name that is delivered to your old address gets sent to you, so I could do that. But yeah, it's gonna be messy for sure. Oh yeah, and if you want to hear something funny, so basically my grandpa has a girlfriend just under his apartment, just the floor under his, and well, they kiss and they talk, like that's all they do. They hold hands, they kiss, and they talk. um but they still live independently and everything, but they see each other, and that's all. But um she has a grandson who lives with her, and he's like 27 or something. And my whole family has it in their heads that we're gonna date because my grandpa and his grandma are dating. And so one dates, and then, ooh, it would be the perfect love story. You're gonna fall in love with her grandson. No! I met that guy. It ain't happening. Oh my goodness. They showed him pictures of me and presented me to him as a girl. When he said that, I was like, okay. I need to tell you I'm trans, but I can't right now because my whole family's there. And he was like drooling a little bit and looking at me with wide eyes, like, ooh, you're a beautiful girl. And I was like, I'm not a girl. Please stop. But yeah, it was awkward at best, but he's got it in his mind that we're gonna date too. Like, everyone thinks that. And my family's been teasing me about it and not leaving me alone. Like, I'm sorry, but I already have a crush on a guy, and like, I find it annoying enough to have a crush, so I'm not gonna date anyone. Especially that guy I have a crush on is so out of my league and lives like very, very far away and not in the right age range. So I'm so straight, so all the worst sorry. All the worst combination. But no, I still enjoy watching him stream and everything, so for me it's the whole extent of my crush. But like, I don't want to date a guy in real life that lives right below me and looks at me like a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, it felt odd meeting him. I could see in his face that he was already thinking that I was his, you know? You get that vibe when you meet someone and they're like, ooh, I'm claiming that person. That was his vibe. I just didn't like that. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna see you later. I was like, unfortunately. Does that I want to keep company to his grandma because she gets pretty lonely and she's a lovely lady overall, you know, and she can't walk and everything. And I'm disabled too, so I kind of feel that, you know, I can walk, but not all the time, and I have some impairments and everything. So, you know, but I worry that every time I'm over there, the guy will just be all over me. I don't know, it's just not good. He has tattoos and he was like, ooh, your tattoos are cute, lady. I was about to say you too, girl. Like, as a joke. I showed them all my mom's memorial tattoos. Well, I have two, but I have this because my mom had red peonies growing outside of her house. And I have another thing with her death date on my ankle. It's like June 15th, I think. It's 2006. I don't remember exactly. I was 12, so I promise you the right date is on my ankle, though. I checked the thing. I'm sorry, but this gets stuck in my throat. So basically, I'm making little squares, and I'm gonna make a bag out of that for a test. I'm gonna be working on that today. I can't show you the other side because it's for a test, but yeah. That's my update for you all. If you want some of my yarn, hit me up. I'll make you a price because I gotta travel light. Like, for real, the car I'm traveling in is... It's got a decent back, but it's not gonna fit all my stuff. So, I'm still gonna try to figure out a way to bring stuff over before then, but I don't know if I'll be able to, really, because it's far away. I can't really afford the bus fare and all of that. It's like 40 minutes away, but it's a different zone for the buses and everything. It's a different, like, not city, but, well, yeah, it's a city, but, like, it's a different company for the buses and stuff, so you have to pay a different fare, like a different ticket. So instead of costing me like $7 for a round trip, it would cost me like 14. So that's a little bit, yeah. And bringing all the stuff myself would be a bit intense. I'm just gonna say that. Like, for real, if I'm gonna go there and deliver some stuff in advance, I'm gonna not want to just bring a bag at a time. Like, I would bring a whole suitcase or something and a bunch of stuff. But I can't do that in the bus because it's always so packed with people. It's crazy. My grandpa would probably pick me up at the bus station, like the metro station, but yeah. Actually, it wouldn't be that bad. If I walk to the bus station, I can even take the bus. It's a continuation of the line if I go to the metro, but yeah, if he picks me up, like, I could do that trip and it would just cost me $7. Well, $7.50, something like that. Wait, it's $3.75 for one bus ticket or one metro ticket, one metro entry, I should say. And when you do a bus and then a metro, it's one line, so it's counted as one ticket. To a certain extent, if you move to a different zone, then you pay, but it's also complicated. Like, there is the STM, that is Montreal, and there is the... Wait, is it the RTL for where I move? Yes, it is RTL. And then Laval is... STL for Laval. I'm gonna move to the RTL. I lost the spoon. Hold on. I need the spoon for my rice. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Back to my seat. But like I was talking about this crush I have, this guy I have a crush on, but and then my family was all like, date that other guy downstairs. But having a crush is one thing. I can handle having a crush, and I'm just like, ooh, cute, enjoying the talk and enjoying the everything. But like, actually dating someone is a lot. Actually, being involved with someone and like having to respond to demands and everything. Like, how could I explain this? I have a certain amount of status quo in my life that I'm content with at the moment. Like, I'm not up to date on a lot of stuff, and also I need to work more on my mental health and go to therapy and everything. But there's this whole waiting list thing, and like it's really hard to work on your trauma and everything. And if I want to do EMDR, I have to pay for that because I've not been approved for EMDR, or not yet at least. Usually you have to pay for that stuff. But I want to do EMDR. I've done self EMDR and it's really really working well, but it's just difficult for me to get in the mindset with myself and like keep with it because get distracted very easily. It's easier if someone does it to you and supervises you through it, you know. But if I want to be dating anybody, I gotta work on myself. That's what I was watching someone stream yesterday. That's what he was saying. Like, he's not comfortable putting that on someone else before he does some work on himself and he's happy where he is. And like, I relate to that so much because that's been my whole thought. Like, I've talked about this here before, but the amount of self-work that is required for me to be with someone is so great that I don't see myself being with anyone anytime soon. Like, I get lonely and I have desire for company. Like, everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people do. And it's a normal thing to want human interaction in your life, but also it's too demanding for me at the moment. I'd rather take care of myself and my business. And now I have my grandpa to care for too, so dating someone is just really not in the cards right now. Although the cards do seem to think it is. I did a tarot reading the other day. It told me I was gonna get pregnant from someone. And I end up giving I end up not keeping it, essentially. But that's what the tarot reading told me. I even did a pendulum reading to ask questions about that because, like, when you get a card associated with pregnancy, it could mean different things. So I asked a few different questions and it told me, yeah, you're gonna get pregnant. And I'm like, can I please get my hysterectomy before I date anyone? Like, I'm just not in a place to be with anyone anyway. Maybe that's TMI, but yeah. If you don't believe in that kind of stuff, that's alright. But for me, that tarot deck has been pretty accurate so far. If you all know, it predicted that I was gonna meet Ogre last year. Also predicted that we would talk. And that he would get sick. For real, it predicted everything. Even predicted some other stuff that happened later on. But it's always been accurate through my life. Like, I don't ask a lot of things to my tarot deck, but it's always provided deep insight. It told me about my roommate being toxic, which I think is like a big thing. So I did a whole reading about that. Yeah, but I can't, like I was telling you, I can't be in that. Because he has a pension for living alone and he loses that if I do that. So I can't be his official caregiver. So I can't sign up for this. And I don't want to anyway. It's too big of an ask. Like, I'm disabled myself and I can barely take care of myself. So if I'm official, I can actually be held liable legally if I fail. Like if he goes to the ER and I'm not the best at handling stuff. What my family told me is like, if anything happens, just call us, and which is what I'm gonna be doing because I can barely even keep track of my own care, to be honest with you. But no, I can't be in family care program. I can't be in anything like that. Um, don't want him to lose his benefit, essentially. But yeah, that's what my family was telling me. Like, yeah, it's gonna cause a lot of problem for me not having um a specific address, but like also I don't have a choice because I'm getting evicted. So and this is like my last resort. I don't know how long I'll be living there, but this is like a last resort for me. It's not like I just don't want to take care of stuff, but I can't for his well-being as well, because he needs that money. And the money that I will be giving him to live there is not sufficient to take care of himself. So okay, let me just go put this away. I need to clean my hands. They're really greasy. But I can't. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm trying to dismiss what you're saying, but I just can't be doing that. So I'm gonna be right back. I don't want to talk too much about it either, because it's a legal thing. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm back momentarily. My hands are still greasy, and it's still inconvenient for me to do that, so I'm gonna be off again. But I do need to clean my ears before, so just give me a second. No, I want to remove that. Yeah, look at the moon phases. That's what you're gonna look at right now. I'm sorry. I'm still here, but you can't see me. You can't see me do this. Oh, I just got a back thing right now. My back is stuck in my chair. Does that ever happen to you? Like your back will just, and you can't like lift it? Because ever since I was in my 30s, I'm starting to have that happen more and more. Like my back will just feel too heavy to lift, and when I do, it hurts. Let me know if that's a common thing for you as well. Maybe it's just because I don't sit straight up or something. So yeah, I was called a man yesterday because of that streamer I told you I watch. He's getting a lot of trolls who like to hit on him because like they feel that they can make him feel uncomfortable or whatever, and he always jokes about it. He's always like, "Oh, thank you, I don't date, blah blah blah," and "Oh, keep your fetishes to yourself and whatnot." It's really funny. Well, it's not funny for him to be harassed, but you know what I mean. Like his responses are always on point. And so I was telling this guy, the troll. I was telling the troll because I've been there for a few weeks now. Every night I log on and I watch his live, and every night he's told the same exact thing. Oh, sorry, that's just TikTok that opened. But every night, he's been saying the exact same thing. No, he doesn't date. Leave me alone. He's been replying the same exact thing, and I just think it was funny because, yeah, the guy called me hilarious. The troll said I was hilarious, and I'm like, why is that so funny? And then the guy says, "Winter is here every night. They know better than you do. Like, there's nothing hilarious about that." And the troll said, "You're hilarious, my man. You're a funny guy." And I'm just like, okay, I'm a dude. Where's my bits at? I've not seen them. Sometimes I kind of do wish I was born with a different body, but having pickle per se might not exactly be the way I'd go about that. I'd rather maybe have tentacles or something. Maybe I could crochet faster, you know? That octopus vibe. That'd be cool. All my accounts are still shadow banned. It's so catastrophic. It's I got 3 likes on my giant blanket I showed you. 3 likes. It's a super mega big project. Like that should have garnered at least, well, more than that. But like even my stories, they get like 2 people watching if I'm lucky. Because my account suspects that I'm a robot because I've not used it in a few years. It's an old account. I'm using this account because my other ones were um, suspended. And I couldn't appeal it because I don't have a phone number, and you need to receive a text to appeal the decision and whatnot. And nobody was willing to help me with that, so I was like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? You know? So yeah. I'm gonna put my links down there because I'm still missing a lot of money for rent. So if anyone wants to help out, it is very welcome, but of course not necessary. What's it again? I've not streamed in a while, so I'm not remembering the shortcuts. There, Kofi. Here it is. It's the last big straw or whatever. Because I'm gonna be moving soon, and my grandpa will charge me about 200 a month, outside of like personal needs and whatnot, and like electricity and whatnot. So it's significantly cheaper than what I pay now. But if I can get together a few $100s before I move, it would actually help me, like by selling furniture and whatnot. It would actually help me get started and not stress out too much once I'm there. Also, I need to be buying some cat stuff because, like, his cat is significantly fat and sick, and I need to make that poor baby exercise. I'm gonna try and show it to you when I'm there. Like, I'll try to upload the short or something. But he's a big boy, and he's like 16 years old. He doesn't exercise. My grandpa feeds him like tons of treats, so much that it's like sugar for him, you know. It's not good. So I'm thinking of investing in a good treat bag that is safe for the cat, like freeze dry stuff with no sugar added and everything. So a lot of that stuff has a lot of carbs. The carbs are not good for cats. They don't process it as we do. So I'm gonna try to make him exercise, and I'm gonna play with him every day. He's a big boy. He's very sweet, but he's a big boy and he needs more health support. My grandpa doesn't see it seriously. He sees a huge cat and he's like, I love my big baby. He's just hungry. I gotta feed him some treats. He's a good boy. But, like, no! Treats are for when your cat does tricks. It's not a recompense. It's not a treat for fun. You know, don't do that because it can have severe health consequences, especially if you give a lot. Like, make your cat play and earn their treats because they need to hunt. It's in their nature. And there's a reason why cats hop on furniture and destroy everything. It's because they get bored because their instinct to hunt is not served. You know, that's why they do it. If you didn't know that, now you do. Winter knows everything about kitties. Well, not everything, just a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna have a kitty. Well, he's not mine, but I'm gonna have a kitty. It's very exciting. He's a sweetie pie. He loves scratches and he kidnaps your hand. It's the best thing ever. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm cleaning my ears right now. I know it's gross, but I gotta do it because otherwise it hurts and it puts pressure in my skull. Hey, I know that guy. Hold on, my friend posted a thing. Wait, I don't know that guy's pronouns, and I just like. Shit, I don't know. Whatever. I think I made a mistake on someone's pronouns. I'm ashamed. It's not on their Facebook, so I'm. Yeah, I'm just looking at Facebook posts right there. Hope everyone is doing good today. I forgot to ask that. So yeah, what's in the cards for today? I keep saying in the cards, but I've not done a tarot reading for today. Yeah, so my test, I still have like a full skein, almost a full skein. This doesn't use a lot of yarn, so I don't know if I have enough orange left. I have like a little bit of orange left, so I would make one side of the bag uh lilac and the other side creamsicle orange. It's literally creamsicle. It's a very frosty color. So I might try to maybe make a few squares, but I'm not sure how many I will be able to do. But I kind of think it would look good if I did the pumpkin square in orange, or maybe I'll just use orange for the handle. It's easy. The way you do it is you just like crochet across the top and you do the straps. Maybe for the straps I will use orange. I'll show you later. Right now I don't have the thing near me. But let me know, what are you all working on right now? I know Antoinette is probably at work right now. But let me know, everyone, what you've been crocheting or knitting. I've been working on a lot of tests. I still have 2 commissions to finish, and one to send, but I've been poor as can be, so I'm kind of trying to wait on that one. And it's for a friend anyway, so she'll be very understanding. Like I've had a lot of crap happen in the span of few days, so oh, that comms guy has done some shit again. Which, if you know who I mean, I'm not gonna say his stage name. I don't know if this news is true. I gotta check. Gotta check the news. Hold on. It's a random stuff I just saw on TikTok. Is it true? Oh, yes, it's true. That comms guy is on suicide watch. I didn't know. That's not even recent news. It's happened like September 20. Huh. It says breaking news on that TikTok. It's not exactly breaking. Yeah, boy. Oh. I've been thinking about making a Beetlejuice inspired shawl in mosaic crochet because now I know how to design that. So I had some ideas of how I'd want to do that. Like put some beetles at the bottom or something. It would be cute. Let me know what you think. Ha! Some someone is wearing it. Someone's wearing a day collar and lying about it on TikTok. That's funny. Lady, at least be honest. Or don't answer people's questions if you're not comfortable saying. Oh, okay. She did say the truth at the end. Okay. If you don't know what a day caller is, I'm not gonna explain it here. You need to search for that yourself. But yeah, sorry, I'm just like watching TikToks and trying to get stuff sorted before I start working for real. Because I will still need to wash my hands a few times before they stop being all greasy. So yeah, about my life update. I'm gonna be moving semi soon. Might have to be homeless for a few weeks if I get evicted too soon. Like if I'm evicted next week, I would have to be homeless until they can come get me. But then I would be losing my stuff. I don't think they could evict me in a week though. I think the maximum is 2 weeks. And also like the rental board always takes its sweet times to do with these requests, so that gives me a little bit more time. So at least that I got that going for me. The rental board is pretty good with people. It's really easy for them to F over a landlord. If you're up on your stuff and like you talk to them and everything, most of the time they'll side with you. But sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can't. So yeah. I'm sorry, it's really hard to know what to talk about when I'm off camera. Cause like I can't show you anything or anything like that. I'm sorry about that. Like for real, It's easier to talk when I have feedback. 'Cause talking on my own is something I can't do. I know that most autistic people can do it, but I have a lot of trauma, so my brain doesn't do that anymore. I actually struggle with the opposite problem. I can't speak. It's a thing. Yeah, if you want, I'll tell you about that more. But it's a thing where when you have a lot of trauma and things like that, your brain doesn't come up with stuff. It just loops on the stuff it already knows. So for me to be telling you about things I found out and things I learned and everything, I already forgot all of them anyway. I learned something and the next day I don't know it. So it's kind of a helpless task, really. It's weird to explain. Yeah, I made neon beanies with some of the yarn Antoinette sent me, which these are in my shop now, I believe. If you want to help me out with like moving my future expenses and whatnot, or if you want to help me pay my uh debts and bills and everything, you want to check that out. It's on my Shopify. Everything is in the description. But I made some cute neon beanies with that hometown USA yarn. You know the one with the stripes like pink and gray and green and gray? I'm gonna show you that later, I promise. Okay, there's a thing that bugs me so much with Instagram. People's reels are always the default page, but like I have three reels, no, two reels on my page. I'm gonna make one actually. Not today, maybe later. So reels are called reels because they reel you in. Like they're a short format of interesting, uh, like the thing that draws you in. I don't know how to say that, but you want to hear a funny fact? In French, they call it réel, like réel, like real, like something that is real, because they don't translate for shit. And the person who found that acronym, not that it's not an acronym, but the person that found this translation is basically not very well versed in English. So they decided, oh, it sounds like, it's real because you're showing a bit of your day. It's a real, it's a réel. And I was like, no, it's not, my dear. It's meant to be fake. It's meant to draw you into the product or something. So that is a funny fact. Yeah. It kind of bugs me because a lot of French Canadian translations are like that. They translate things according to what they think it means rather than do research about it. That happens a lot. Why are people looking up narcissistic eye footage? Okay, that's annoying. I get notifications on my computer, but not on my phone. Oh, it's someone saying bullshit again. I'm watching TikToks and they're suggesting me stuff that I have no interest in. I gotta scroll through a lot of stuff. But a while ago on my old Instagram, um, I was watching a diagnosed narcissist, and I unfollowed after a while, right? Because it's not good for you to linger in that stuff too long if you've been abused or something. But I was just like interested in the psychology aspect of it. So now they're suggesting it all over my TikTok, even though that account has been suspended and everything. Like it's not supposed to keep ties, but your phone keeps track of the stuff you look at. So now my FYP is like full of stuff about narcissism, and half of it is bull, like half of it is misinformed, trauma informed BS. Well, not trauma informed, but like trauma tainted stuff from people who say, oh, they're so evil, blah, you know. But I do want to talk a little bit about this disorder if you will hear me. So, I actually present with a lot of traits of narcissistic personality disorder. I do not have it though, and that's the thing. A lot of people have heavy traits because they've been in close proximity with one for a long time, and it causes some trauma and alters your brain and changes your reactions and everything. It's like reactive abuse. But I have a lot of narcissistic traits and misadapted things because I grew up. I was raised by a narcissist who is still undiagnosed, by the way, but um, like he's only started going to therapy recently, but he's like um, revolving it all around how he's been so abused and blah blah blah. But yeah, I've been raised by one. And this is not just me speculating. Like there is very strong evidence. This is not just me hating, but when you've been raised by someone and you've done enough, like look into yourself and research on that topic, you can kind of tell usually. But I see in myself a lot of these traits that most people don't have those traits. Like I don't have a grandiose a sense of importance, but I do have a certain keenness to it. Like I do have the desire there. I don't think I deserve those things, but I definitely sometimes I fantasize about them. And so I don't really have a big ego per se. But at times I do a lot of maladaptive daydreaming. And I do a lot of, hey, what if I was rich and famous and could solve all the crises in the world and get notoriety for it? Like, I do think about those things. And a lot of it is because my dad, who raised me, is a narcissist, and he does have that grandiose sense of self importance. Not so much, not as much as some subtypes, because he would be classified more covert. He makes it about how everybody's against him and stuff like that. But I just wanted to talk about this because when you've been raised by one or in close proximity to one, a lot of people like to throw around the word narcissist. Oh, my ex is narcissistic. Oh, this person is narcissistic. They did me wrong, blah, blah, blah. And every time someone hurts you, you like to throw that word around, but it's actually a pretty serious disorder that is really hard to diagnose because seldom will these people actually see it as a problem, because a lot of the times it's like, of course I manipulated this person, that's what I intended to do, it's not a problem. It's really hard for them to see it as the problem. But they are self-aware. Don't think that they're not. It's actually a misconception. They know there's something going mentally. A lot of the inner dialogue is centered around shame, and I do have this trait as well. Like a lot of my feelings, it's hard for me to feel any guilt at all. I do feel guilt when I do something, when I hurt someone. It does, like I do kind of, I feel bad because they're hurt, and I do feel emotional empathy. However, I don't connect with that empathy, and so most of the time I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I did the wrong thing there. I'm a bad person because I did the wrong thing." But that's shame. That is not guilt. If you feel guilty, you feel bad because you hurt the person. You don't feel bad because you did the wrong thing. But I do a lot of that. It's another trait that I share. And I think it's good to be honest and self-aware about those things. For a long time I did not reveal that about myself, and I kind of lied about it. The traits that I don't share though is like a lot of the abuse and things that are done onto other people. Like I don't keep supplies and things like that. I don't do that aspect. But I do have a lot of the reactions and a lot of the emotional traits. Like it's really difficult. Like I was saying, it's really difficult for me to connect to guilt, but like I have emotional empathy, and I have a lot of it because I'm autistic, and it's a trait of autism, having a large amount of empathy but not knowing what to do about it. But I find it hard at times to connect to that, and I find it hard to kind of feel empathy, to actually. Well, it's also because narcissists tend to have cognitive empathy very well developed and not have the emotional component. Cognitive empathy is realizing the way people feel and being really good at reading the room and reading people. That is cognitive empathy, but I do not have that, which is a common thing that autistic people lack as well. But I have a very intense amount of emotional empathy, but it's not always directed the right way. Like it's often misdirected. And sometimes I'm like, "Oh, you're hurting. I'm so sorry. I feel bad for you." But also I'm just kind of like, I know it sucks and I know it's bad, but I don't feel it. And I can't really explain it or understand it. So that's kind of it. It's really hard, but for a lot of people with trauma, it's hard to connect to that part of them because it hurts. So your brain shields you from it. A lot of people, especially people who have had bad things happen to them or see bad things on a daily basis, kind of get compassion fatigue. Like veterinarians. That's why your vet yells at you when your pet is sick. It's not because they think you're a bad owner. It's because they're desensitized to it. Like they're like, I don't believe your crap. Leave me alone. Because they're subjected to that crap all day long, and they know it's not your fault, but they don't care because they can't care. If they care, they're gonna be hurt themselves. So, but that's just a defense mechanism. When you get that job, you do have to desensitize yourself. They know they're dealing with humans and it's not cool to put that on you, but like, what do they care? They get hurt every day, you know. They gotta think about themselves first. Their job is to take care of your pet. It's not to take care of you, you know. Oh, I'll be right back. My hands again. No, that's not. Hi. I gotta pass the vacuum cleaner soon. My carpet is garbage. My carpet is garbage. It really is. All that rugs. All those rugs are gonna go in the garbage once I'm out of here. Truthfully. I can't have rugs at my grandpa's because of the cat. They get so fluffed, if you know what I mean. Like, they just get full of hair. It's so weird. Yeah. Okay, I was talking about narcissistic traits, I believe. Hold on, let's go on to the list so I can tell you which ones I do share. It's funny because NPD is the French name of the NDP. Okay, I want the traits. I don't want the big lines. I want the 9 traits. Okay, nine signs of narcissistic personality disorder. Sense of self-importance. Like I was saying, I don't have that, but I do have the preoccupation with power, beauty, and success. Entitled. I'm not entitled at all the slightest. I always feel like I don't deserve the things I have. Actually, and that is also a symptom of trauma, because like having been raised by a narcissist, I was always made to earn the love. Like I had to be really extraordinary to get even a sense of any recognition or be in public for that to happen, because my dad would want people to think he's a good dad cheering on his kid or whatever, but at home it was like, shut up, you're annoying me, I don't care about you. That was pretty much it. So yeah, I'm not entitled. I always feel a lot of imposter syndrome, actually. I don't think I'm arrogant. I like I said, I don't have a lack of empathy, but I do struggle connecting with it. Being admired is something I do seek. I don't have envy of others. Like I do envy things like, oh, I wish I could have this cool DVD you have, but like it's not a serious thing. I don't get miserable over it. I'm just like, oh, that's a really cool thing I want. But yeah, I don't get jealous or envious or any type of stuff like that. But it's actually much more complex with that. Okay, let's look at the diagnostic criteria. Yeah, DSM-5. That'll be better. Yeah, I don't want to log in or register. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I do have the fantasies of unlimited power and all that. I do have that. It's a trait I picked up from my dad. I don't think I'm special, but I do believe a lot of people can't understand me. But I feel like a lot of that has to do with the autism, because like I'm a little bit weird, and only neurodivergent people who have looked into that stuff kind of can understand that in a way. But it's not, I don't feel like I'm above anyone or anything like that. The manipulation I do on occasion, maybe not to that extent, but I do. And yeah, arrogance, no. I mostly show people passiveness. Like I'm mostly passive and people pleasing. Wow, they put narcissistic people in group therapy and family therapy. That's not a good idea. Let me tell you why, real quick. It's very quickly gonna turn to center one person, because you tend to erase yourself around narcissists, because that's how they train you. They train you to erase yourself because you're making them react. Which I did a lot of that around my dad as a kid. That's all cut. Ah, someone's cutting through a black dessert. I'm sorry. I'm distracted again. It looks more like a leather couch. Practice your drizzle on a spoon before doing the strawberries? Why? Can you please stop showing me stuff with Mr. Combs in it? I don't really want to see Mr. Combs right now. Yeah, so my grandpa's having delirium now. I wonder how all of that will be handled, really. He does still make a lot of jokes, so at least his wild sense of humor is not compromised, which is good. My grandpa has always been a funny guy. He's always so hyped up and upbeat. In his mind, he just wants to get driving again, like that's what he's seeking. And today was his date to start again, so he's probably out somewhere right now. I'm sure that's what he's doing. So yeah, I'm gonna be spending a lot more time with him, watching the TV and crocheting. That's what he does all day. So I mean, that's what I'm gonna be doing all day. He's retired now. His daughter had to force him to retire because he would not stop working. He was. That's what she told me. He was still transporting tires by himself in his 80s. Crazy guy. So she told him, "Yeah, no, stop working. You can't." He definitely cannot right now. He's very emaciated because of all the surgeries and whatnot. But yeah, he's definitely a kind, loving guy. My aunt was telling me he does have a lot of racial biases. So that's gonna be a fun time having to explain to him that. We'll do a magic trick. Look at that. Ooh, now I have 2 likes. 3 likes. I just went and liked my live. So self-absorbed. I'm sorry, my ears are not really wanting to stop filling up.
Hey, babe, I'm not trying to start an argument or anything, but like, why you all? Who gets you all laughing and smiling like that? What are you talking about? Like, nobody's got me laughing or smiling or nothing like that. Why you got a neck pillow on? I have a crick in my neck. Like, don't move like that. Why you hiding it? Pillow now. Like, answer the question. Why you being so damn nosy and trying to start an argument before we go to bed? We can at least sleep in peace. We can talk about this in the morning. I'm not trying to start an argument, but you play that question. You're being real funny with your phone. You're laughing and smiling at it. You got no do not disturb. You got underneath the pillow. Taking it in the shower with you in a plastic bag. Like, what are you doing? What's going on? Your phone insecurity are going to ruin our relationship. I promise you that. You're gonna ruin what we have. Can you at least show me the last thing in your phone? Make me feel better so I can sleep in peace. Why the hell would I let you? Why would you ask me stupid ass questions like that? Why would they invade my privacy this late at night right before bed? I don't think it's invading your privacy. It is invading my privacy. You go to sleep. Like, I put my phone on my pillow so I don't wake you up. I take it in the shower because I just say I'm not hitting my phone in the shower. Just go to sleep. You really? That's really ridiculous too. That's not literally the regular film. Oh, no, that's horrible. Ridiculous film, right? You're one of the best contemporary dark wave bands in the world. Never forget the first time I heard them.
They're not dark wave.
Changed my life. Blew my mind. It's lucky I discovered them when I did. Because it was around that time that things started to go wrong for me as well. I don't know what. These are my cats. Is that the googly eyes on the block?
I'm almost done with my ears. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take a little silent break until we get some people in here, I think. Not another video about Mr. Combs. Okay, so my hands aren't ungreasy enough to work on anything cotton, so I think I'm gonna be working on something else right now. Well, once I get my ears, the thing. Okay, I'm gonna be but I think I don't know. Oh. I'm gonna be right back. Yeah. Okay. Hi. Hello. Humans? Something? Hey. Okay. There. I'm gonna fill this back up and I'll be right back. Mm. That is fun. Okay. Here is winter. And here is my death. Okay, so we're gonna try to pass some yarn today. Because, like I was telling you, my hands are too greasy to work with cotton right now. And I can't clean them. It doesn't work. It still stays greasy. Sometimes it's just what my hands do. When I have greasy hands, it doesn't ungrease until I wash them like 20 times. and I still feel that, and everything I touch greases up. So instead, I'm gonna be probably using some of the yarn from Antoinette, um, and probably gonna be working on the squares later tonight instead. Do have to make at least 2 a day to be on with the due date. It's due the 6th and we're the 2nd, so I still have. I've been making 2 a day. Well, I made 2 yesterday. And it's gonna be done very quickly, and the handle is not gonna take a day. It's gonna take like a few hours or so for the handles, so it's okay. I can do that. Okay. Um, we're gonna look through what I have from Antoinette, and I was been I've been thinking of doing something like maybe a baby blanket to donate or something like that. Cause yeah, I can't sell that in my shop. Selling blankets is really complicated online, and also it's a very pretty color, but it doesn't really fit with the goth and Halloween thing. So I can put it like on Facebook and whatnot, but I can't sell it in my shop. Um, but yeah, with the shipping and everything, it would be hell to manage because Shopify doesn't let you choose the dimensions of the package prior to shipping, like other companies would do. I was starting something the other day, like a ripple blanket, and I had to frog because like it wouldn't work too well. So I'm gonna have to figure that out today, how to do a ripple blanket maybe, because I really want to do a ripple blanket. It's a very pretty yarn. It's like cotton candy colored. It's really nice. And it's called, what's it called? Baby doll. And the other color is called hula hoop. And this is more of a green blue. Yeah, and I have twice as much of this as I do the other one, so I'm having to do 2-1-2-1 instead. I know that on Ribbler I have some blankets, but I don't like following. No, I don't want to join your freaking giveaway. Annoying. Sorry. I can't join any giveaways anymore because I don't have an address. I don't want to share this tab. Leave me alone. Okay, sorry, I'm swearing at the camera. It's a blanket I want. Right, the search feature does not work anymore. That's fantastic. Okay, no, instead we're gonna have to look at the patterns I already do have. Do I have? No. Okay, for some reason it's excessively hard to just find a normal ripple blanket pattern out there for free. Not that I'm complaining, I understand paying is important and everything, but I can't afford it right now, so. Mm. Like, for real, all I want is waves. Like, that's all I want. I just want a normal wave pattern that looks babyish. Okay, ritzy ripple. That seems reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use that one. Okay. I don't know, but like some people set up their patterns to force you to use bookmarks, and I just don't understand why. So if you're a pattern maker, tell me why uh you force bookmarks on your things. Oh, cool. Okay, no, this pattern is crap. It doesn't tell you how many stitch per row, so you cannot count. That's That's an issue I have with things. It doesn't tell you if you have to start from the first or the last. The first or the next stitch. And like it doesn't tell you stitch counts. Yeah, it doesn't tell you what counts for a stitch and what doesn't. Like you have to say those things in a pattern for people to understand what you mean. It's not a given universal thing actually. You have to actually say it. Double crochet chevron, easy ripple baby blanket, wavy rainbow. I can't do that. No, this is paid. And this is paid too. I still don't get why when you select free pattern on Ravelry it gives you paid patterns. That's weird to me. Okay, at least give me some options. Okay, this one seems to be rippled, but it has like posts. I don't do posts with big yarn. F that. Available for free. Wistful wave. What the heck is that? Wistful. That's stupid. No, I don't want to subscribe. Sorry, I'm being venti and ranty as hell. And they're giving you the life story throughout. Again, it does not tell you if you start in the first stitch or the final stitch or the second stitch. You have to tell that. You always have. It says first, but it doesn't tell you which one counts as first. I want to use a ripple pattern because this is a nice and like fluffy yarn. Well, not fluffy, but it's big. And so I want it to look looky, like I want it to show. I don't want to do like some double crochet annoying thing. And I'm donating this blanket because unfortunately I don't have space for the yarn. Okay, so for real people, just let's have a talk, but like when you're doing a pattern for a blanket, you have to say which stitch counts as the first stitch of the row. Always. Always. I don't want to sound picky, but you have to. Does this one tell you? It's called the crochet zigzag lapgan. Okay. This site contains links. I don't care. I just want the pattern. No, I don't want to subscribe. You have to subscribe to get the pattern. What the heck? It says free. Ugh. Okay, no, I don't want to do treble crochets. What? It's a DK pattern? Wow. You. Ah. USA format. It's not USA. It's US terminology. Oh, that's just great. Yeah. Our abbreviations are not standard. I'm not using that. F that. She says, use USA. First of all, USA is not the common terminology for US terms. USA is United States of America, but this is not America. This is a terminology. I'm sorry, but I hate when people patriotize everything that is not patriotic. And I don't, I can't, the pronunciation. What is that? Okay, I don't understand how they do this one. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna end up frustrated and just give the yarn away because I can't figure out any patterns for it. Again, for free. This one is called the Losdale Ripple Afghan. That's a Lion brand pattern. It means they don't tell you which stitch counts as the first. I know because I've looked at other ones. Ocean Waves. Daisy Designs. She uses posts. F that. Ew, she says, I know you can do it. Ew, big yikes. Move on to the actual pattern now. I know you can do it. Ugh. I'm sorry, but ew. Okay, she makes you swatch, that's why. We're not gonna swatch. She doesn't give you a multiple, so we can't use that. I'm using bigger yarn, so I can't do that. I'm sorry that I'm being so fussy, but it annoys me when people don't write patterns correctly. This is just a simple chevron. Sorry. It doesn't give you multiple. That's one thing. When you make a blanket pattern, you have to give multiples. Otherwise, it's useless. Unless it's bound to not work with a bigger weight, or unless it's a square or something. But you have to give a multiple because people will make bigger versions of it, or smaller, or want to use different yarns and whatnot. So you have to say multiple of this plus this. You have to do that. Another Lion brand pattern. Not using Lion brand. But yeah, this one has a 16 plus 3, but it doesn't tell you where to put your things in. Yeah. Okay, I can't find the ripple stitch that is free and tells you which one to work from. So I'm just gonna go, but thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day. Bye.